Challenge Rift 156. We are playing the Necromancer class, a Pestilence Necromancer, or should I say Pest, because I remember playing a Pestilence Necromancer with Corpse Lance as the primary damage, and it can be super annoying because Corpse Lance, it does a hell of a lot of damage, however it relies on corpses being on the floor. If there's no corpses, you can't do damage. But because we got Land of the Dead here, it gives us corpse abilities for free. So during a limited period here, all corpse skills are free, but then we've got this massive cooldown of 120 seconds, so we have to run around like an idiot trying to survive until Land of the Dead is active again or available and off cooldown, and then we can do damage. So it's basically bursts of damage during that time, and then we're running around like idiots. However, because improvements have been made to the Necromancer, and generally with challenge rifts, it's a very low grade of rift that we're going to be replaying from the previous player, it shouldn't be a problem to keep corpses on the floor. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the skills, and then I'll show you a bit of an example, and then we'll just jump on in there. So Siphon Blood with Purity of Essence. This will regenerate our essence should we run out. I'll explain how that works. Bone Spear, Land of the Dead, Command Golem, Decrepify, Corpse Lance. Passives: Eternal Torment, Final Service, Standalone, Spreading Malediction. So what you want to do as soon as you enter the Challenge Rift is find the pack, curse them, and then, particularly if there's an elite in the area, activate your Land of the Dead and then spam your Corpse Lance, because that's where the big damage comes in. Spam your Corpse Lances, things will die around you, and then once Land of the Dead runs out and we start the cooldown, we also get this buff here. So damage of Corpse Lance and Corpse Explosion increased while outside of Land of the Dead. So nice little buff there. Now, because we did all that damage, we've got some corpses available there, so we can keep on using Corpse Lance. And because it's going to be a lower GR, we should be able to maintain the corpses by using them to kill fresh enemies, and then they turn into corpses, and then we just keep trotting along, if that makes sense. If we run out of the corpses on the floor, if we're sort of off screen or we've gone to a different level, you've got your Command Golem as a nifty little trick here. So point, use him, and then where he lands, you get corpses. So that means, again, see, I can sort of, within range there, I can use it to Corpse Lance fresh enemies we come across. And then when we kill enemies, they should obviously leave corpses on the floor. We keep on going. Now, if you're in a situation where there aren't that many corpses on the ground... Oh, interrupted by my SMS text. You can also use your Bone Spear at the same time. So as you're casting Corpse Lance, throw in a few Bone Spears, so that way you're not using so many corpses, you're saving some, and then you're killing some enemies with your actual Bone Spear. However, if you run out of Essence, you can use Siphon Blood, and then keep on casting Corpse Lance. And then hopefully by then your Land of the Dead should be off cooldown, activated again, and then you can Corpse Lance for free all you want. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. And don't forget it when you come across new enemies, make sure that you curse them. Alright. It may look and sound complicated, but it isn't. Especially if you've played a Necromancer before. Practice a little bit, you'll be fine. Enough talk anyway. I'm sorry, I can start rambling. Especially when I've had my 2 coffees this morning. Everything just seems to flow off the tongue. Let's go do this together. Don't forget to subscribe and show your support to the creepy guy right here. So I like to go this way here because I know there's an elite pack right down there. Curse, activate Land of the Dead, and then Corpse Lance away. As you can see, everything dies quite easily. We've got some corpses there on the floor that we can use as we progress forward now. And don't forget to let off some Bone Spears as well, especially now. Like if you progress through the map and corpses are off screen and we can't use them, then things are going to get difficult. Things are going to get very difficult if you run out of corpses altogether, because look at that cooldown. It's massive. It's just like, you know, a quarter of the way through. We're not even halfway into it yet. It's ridiculous. 120 seconds. 2 whole minutes. So we have to do a fair bit of damage and keep on progressing through without Land of the Dead. But like I said, you've got your Command Golem there if you get desperate to use him for your corpses. But also rely on your Bone Spear as well. If you come across new enemies, curse them, Bone Spear, and then before you know it, you'll kill a couple corpses will be on the floor, you use your Corpse Lance, and you just, you know, keep generating corpses that way. So it's a Rift difficulty 50, pretty damn easy to ensure that we have enough corpses to just maintain our damage output. It's quite annoying though, there's no blood rush, it's like a slow build, it needs some sort of mobility skill here. As we know, blood rush is great for mobility. Nothing like that here, so it's a bit annoying. I find it a bit sluggish. Don't worry, I'm not going to miss that orb, I see it in the corner of my eye. But generally, you'll be able to complete this rift quite easy. It's just a matter of making sure the corpses are on the floor there. So Land of the Dead was perfect timing. Bit of density here and a yellow elite. Just be careful with damage. So try and stay like there's no... what do you call it? I forget what it's called now. Bone armor. There's no bone armor. So survivability is a bit iffy. If this was a higher GR, this would really suck. It would absolutely suck. If this was a 70 or something like that, we would be cursing. If, like, with this setup. But 50, we're going to get through okay. 50 is child's play. So yeah, just keep on moving. You see me using some bone spears there as well. Of course, we're strongest when Land of the Dead is active. I'm hoping one day there's a way to keep Land of the Dead up like 100% of the time, but that might just be too overpowered. Seriously. It's a very, very powerful skill when all those corpse skills are absolutely free and you can just spam the hell out of them, especially Corpse Lance. Very powerful. So I guess Blizzard doesn't want to make the Necromancer too powerful, and then, you know, it's just going to be uneven with the classes. You know, I can speak a lot about powerful classes when the Witch Doctor recently got nerfed as well, so I guess Blizzard felt the Witch Doctor was a bit too powerful, so Witch Doctor got nerfed. Here we go, Land of the Dead, good timing there again. So just be careful with Land of the Dead. You do want to have it available for the Rift Guardian, or ideally you want to make sure you've got a lot of corpses on the floor left over so you can smash the Rift Guardian. The Rift Guardian will be killed very, very easily because Corpse Lancers do so much damage, but if you've got no Land of the Dead and you've got no corpses on the floor, then you might be in trouble. You can obviously use your Command Golem. I do like that the Command Golem is there and he leaves that pile of corpses. It's a very good ability for this setup. So if you're desperate and you're still waiting for that cooldown, you got your Command Golem. It's nice. That's one good thing about this setup for this Necromancer, this Pestilence Necromancer. But I'm still kind of leaning towards Necromancer for Season 21, to be honest with you. Right now I'm G'd up for PlayStation 5. I was looking up some PlayStation 5 videos. I've actually just recently recorded a reaction to the PlayStation 5 reveal. Just letting you all know what I think of the new PlayStation 5, what it looks like, what I'm expecting from it, etc, etc. A very quick video, and if you want to see me talk about some of the upcoming games, there is quite a lengthy video. I think it goes for like 40 minutes, hour and a half, maybe 40 minutes. Like I think I can cut it down to, but the actual video is I think an hour and a half or coming closer to 2 hours, something like that. Just like this big game reveal of what's coming up for PlayStation 5. It looks incredible, but I don't want to, it's going to take a lot of work for me to do a lengthy video like that. I just want to make sure people want to see it. So if you want to see me reacting and talking about the upcoming PlayStation 5 games, then please let me know in the comments down below, either on this video or my PlayStation 5 console reveal video. So there you go, I used my Command Golem anyway, dove right into him, and plenty of corpses still left over. Rift Guardian shouldn't be a problem. There we go. So that is the Necromancer Pestilence Corpse Lance build, and this is Challenge Rift 156. Thank y'all for tuning in. Countdown to Season 21 has begun. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay safe out there. Stay heavy metal and stay creepy.